2025 has been an eventful year for jewelry retailers. Precious metals, gold and silver have seen an accelerated rally as safe haven investments. In such a scenario, how have jewelry retailers addressed changing dynamics and tweaked strategies to serve customers' needs? We are joined today by Suvankar Sen, the MD and CEO of Senco Gold and Diamonds, and Amit Modak of PN Gadgil and Sons to take us through the year 2025 from the perspective of jewelry retailers. Welcome, gentlemen, to ET Now. I would like to jump right in by getting the highlights of the year from the both of you. Mr. Sen, the one big trend of 2025 for Senco?
No, I think that, 2025 has been an historical year, as you rightly said, because in a single year, when we see that the gold prices have shot up by almost more than 40%, it happens very few times in the history. And for the Indian consumers who have always been extremely, loving gold and bullish about gold and having that faith and trust in gold, I think for Senco, one of the, I think the achievements as once, along with the fact that on a single month of the festive season, we've had a 1700 crore sales. But other than that, our endeavor to manage and, meander through these volatile times and to understand the pulse of the consumer, because in these times when in a single year suddenly your budgets have gone up by 40-50% to buy the same kind of jewelry, what we need to do is innovate and create jewelry that is within the budget of the consumer, to understand their need, their pulse, and then create it and create those lightweight, not only lightweight in terms of sleek modern designs, but lightweight also in the traditional designs, that the kind of jewelry that we are making for the weddings. And I think for us, we have done in our team, our data analysis, everything has done well to fulfill that need of the consumer.
And now to you, Mr. Modak. What were the most notable changes that this year has brought?
See, retail jewelry is facing little bit challenges right now because of the increasing prices. Like June till date, that in June it was around 1 lakh rupees per 10 gram. Now it is almost 1,35,000 rupees per 10 gram. 35% increase is there in last 6 months time. So that is affecting the grammage wise sale of the jewelry, and that weight wise lower sale is affecting to the industry as a whole. Value wise it is getting maintained somewhere, but value wise only increase is not sufficient. Weight wise increase is also required. Secondly, the increasing prices and sharp increasing in prices of the gold is making a customer more inclined towards the investment purpose of the gold rather than the jewelry. And that's why earlier the combination of the jewelry to the bullion or the jewelry to the pure gold kind of the coins and all these things was 20% of the bullion, 80% of jewelry. But with this increasing prices, that combination had changed from 20% bullion to 40% bullion and 80% jewelry to 60% jewelry. So there is a double effect on the jewelry sale. Even though total sale is there, out of that 40% is getting accounted for the investment purpose kind of the gold, that is a coin and bars, and only 60% is coming to the jewelry kind of things.
So the surging gold prices have definitely weighed on customer purchases, and like both of you also mentioned, the move to lightweight jewelry has really stood out this year. Now this could partly be because of the unaffordability of heavier jewelry, and also the customer preferences have been changing. Are there any other reasons for this switch? First to you, Mr. Sen.
This has been a trend for quite some time now, that the consumer doesn't want to buy heavy jewelry that they can buy, use only once in a while, but rather they want to buy smaller pieces and lighter weight jewelry for everyday wear. So that's been a trend for the last 4-5 years. And this year we have seen that the trend has been more overwhelming. So one is that we have seen that the modern daily wear in gold, 9 carat has become a kind of a permitted purity, by the government through the BI hallmarking. So that has also been a very, very important decision taken by the government that has helped us to create jewelry that is lighter weight and within budget, be it in plain gold or diamonds. But we have also seen that, for your daily wear, silver jewelry is taking a big space. People want to buy jewelry for gifting or for themselves, and that is making the jewelry affordable. We are seeing that the traditional antique or gold jewelry that is also being experimented to be made in 18 karat purity. Now, that is again another endeavor and initiative to make things lower in terms of pricing. And through our brands, through Everlight, through Gossip, our everyday wear jewelry that we create, I think that we have been able to make the consumer continue to come to us and buy from us.
Right, so the variability of jewelry has also come into focus. But I want to know from you, Mr. Modak, is there a trade-off that is happening in terms of purity also? Or is the popularity of the 24 and 22 karat gold still as high even with the soaring prices?
As prices keep on increasing or the trend remains bullish in the gold prices, that lower caratage jewelry or the lower that is a 9 carat, 14 carat, 18 carat kind of jewelry is going to be more and more popular. But there are certain limitations also that artisans who are working on the jewelry can't work for the temple kind of jewelry or that traditional jewelry in that 14 or 18 carat or the 9 carat.
Right, so popularity for 18, 14 or even 9 karat gold is increasing, but there are certain limitations, as you say. And another big trend that came up was the exchange of gold for the newer designs. So what kind of fresh purchases versus remaking of old gold did you see, Mr. Sen, at Senco?
So we have also seen the exchange of old gold. So, brides are coming from with their old gold of the family, and almost 45% of the business transactions we have seen is with the exchange of old gold. So that has also been a very major factor that is fulfilling the demand and the need of the customer and our ability to exchange the old gold that we have. We must remember that India has 24,000 kilos, 24,000 tons of gold, so that's a large quantity that can be exchanged and bought over. So that's one thing to keep in mind.
And Mr. Modak, was this trend just as significant at PN Gadgil as well? Were people coming in with older gold to remake for the new jewelry designs?
Earlier, that exchange sale was 30-35% till the time the prices were hovering between the 70,000 to 1 lakh rupees kind of thing. Now, after crossing that 1 lakh rupees price point and reaching to 1 lakh 35,000, for last few days, we are observing that almost 50 to 60% sale is coming out of the exchange sale. And 40% is only the virgin or the new gold sale along with the jewelry. Otherwise, if I am selling 1 kg of the jewelry, almost 500 to 600 gram, exchange gold is getting received for the price which they want to pay for the new jewelry.
And gentlemen, we also have to talk about the growth of lab-grown diamonds. Now, was 2025 a defining year for that segment, and will it go down as the year that LGDs finally got accepted in the market?
No, according to me, I think lab-grown diamond is still at very initial stages of growth. Acceptance, awareness is still going up, but I must say that as much as we are part of the industry or those who are closely working or understanding and studying the industry, the larger part of the population is still to fully get acquainted with it. But I think the growth, with the base being so low, now growth figures and growth numbers will look very attractive. But this is a product that is there for the long run. Prices, were going down and down, but in the last 1.5 months, what I hear from the market is that the lab-grown diamond prices are also moving up a little bit. Most of the exports that we are doing to the US markets is lab-grown diamonds. So the Western world has accepted it much more. For us in India, I think, whether it be a destination wedding or it be like a fashion statement or some kind of indulgence to oneself to buy bigger size diamonds. It is fulfilling those desires and those needs.
Now, before we wrap up this conversation, we have the budget 2026 coming up in February, and I would love to get to know from both of you what are the things that the jewelry industry is looking forward to in this budget. First to you, Mr. Sen.
I would not say one, I would say maybe two thoughts I would like to share here. One is that there's been a demand from the industry that if consumers are allowed to buy gold jewelry within limitations in a EMI way, because gold prices have moved up so much, that how do you make sure that consumers can continue to afford and buy the jewelry? So that is something that we would like to appeal to the finance minister to talk to RBI and come up with some policy that allows consumers to buy onto gold. That will be one part of it. The second appeal will be that at these such high level of gold prices, while we can understand that we need that boost of export, we need to connect with more markets, we need to increase it. So we should not touch and on increasing the duty. We should, I don't know whether reducing the duty is going to help or not, but at least no increase in duty should happen.
Right, so EMIs for gold jewelry and the import structure is what Mr. Sen is looking at. But for you, Mr. Modak, what are your biggest expectations from Budget 2026?
Few years after, again I need to pay the GST on the full value. So GST is a recurring income for the government. So they should decrease the GST cost, which will make more easier for the customer to buy more grammage comparatively as compared to the current 3% GST. Import duty already it is slashed from 15% to 6%. We all will be happy if it gets further cut down. But GST is more sensitive for the common customer.
Right, with that, gentlemen, we'd love to wrap up this conversation. 2025 will definitely go down as a remarkable year for the retail jewelry industry, even with the challenges of higher gold and silver prices. We have seen the industry sailing through, some even posting record-breaking profits and sales in the wedding season this year, which means there's lots of action in the space and lots more to look forward to in 2026. With that, we would like to thank the both of you for sparing your time and having this conversation with us. Thank you.